Hollywood's success tales don't always end happily. Some of the brightest talents emerge from humble beginnings with amazing rags to riches stories, but fail later. Some celebrities have surprisingly been homeless due to drugs, mental illness, or poor financial decisions. Some recovered, but others died. See which celebs became homeless and broke at the end. Hollywood icon Margot Kidder played Lois Lane in Christopher Reeve's Superman movie. She dated Richard Pryor and Pierre Trudeau, both famous. Imagine how many were shocked when she was found homeless with schizophrenia and manic depression. In LA, she slept in cardboard boxes in backyards. Many saw her as more than messy. Her hair was cut and her front teeth were missing. A manic episode in 1996 left her homeless, and her family and cops found her living in a box behind bushes in Glendale, California. She requested cigarettes from strangers while homeless. She was also motel housed by some. She finally accepted treatment at a private psychiatric center. She also promoted mental health support, saying, "We are all a breath away from mental illness, homelessness, and all these things we look down on." Erin Moran became popular in many families at 14. She played Joni Cunningham on Happy Days as a child. She spent all her fortune foolishly and became broke and homeless in her senior years. She reportedly spent all her money and foreclosed on her California home in 2010. In Indiana, she and her husband lived in a trailer with his elderly mother. One night, she came home from drinking and fought with her mother-in-law, who kicked her out of the Indiana trailer park house. She was about to divorce her spouse and moved from motel to motel without a place to stay. After being expelled, she was seen looking terrible near an inn. She overdosed on heroin and died poor and homeless. Dana Plato, a different stroke sitcom performer, had a troubled childhood. She became homeless after the event and died of a heroin overdose. Plato, 14, was using narcotics behind the scenes on the beloved show. She struggled with drug and alcohol misuse and controversies after the show ended. Her legal difficulties included faking a prescription in 1992 and stealing a video store in 1991. She served time in jail and entered drug rehab. Plato was homeless and lived in Oklahoma motels in 1999. A few weeks after claiming to be sober, she was found dead from a heroin overdose. Her suicide was confirmed and mental illness. Wilson was a famous fitness model in publications. She reached her career peak when she married Baywatch star Jeremy Jackson. Her drug addiction and mental illness led to homelessness. She often blamed her problems on her ex-husband Jackson, saying that he tried to strangle her. She says she can't live indoors because she can't be around electricity. She was electrocuted daily for nearly a year. She answered, "I suppose I pick up on electricity and other stuff like chemicals, batteries, fuses, wire, and metals. I guess my body filters that." This could be the truth or an explanation for her meth addiction, which drove her spiraling downward. MC Hammer, hip-hop sensation. MC Hammer went from 3 Grammys to homelessness. The rapper ruled the 90s with his infectious hip-hop and dance tracks and trademarks including parachute portions, typewriter dancing motions, and hammer time. He was everywhere, even in Hammerman. MC Hammer spent $30 million refurbishing a 40,000 square foot estate, 17 automobiles, 2 helicopters, a plane, and racehorses while the money kept rolling. Later, music trends shifted and he lost popularity. In spite of losing money, he kept his enormous mansion and other luxury stuff and employed over 200 people. All his property was sold, leaving him $13 million in debt. Over $8,000,000 was his tax debt. He moved to a modest house, organized concerts, and saved and invested money after recovering. Jan Michael Vincent. Due to drugs, violence, and bad luck, Jan Michael Vincent went from Hollywood star to destitute, shreddy body and all-American looks. He struggled with drinking and drug usage for the remainder of his life. Cocaine possession got him arrested in 1977, 84, and 1,985 bars fights. His arrests included felony assault, drunk driving, and physical assault. Vincent broke many bones in Leif Garrett. Famous teen star Leif Garrett fell into hard drugs and homelessness. He started using narcotics at 14. Driving to obtain drugs, he crashed his mom's Porsche before his 18th birthday. His pal became paraplegic after he was caught with excess alcohol 3 times. He had several hard drug and alcohol problems. Garrett filed for personal bankruptcy in 2001, with only his clothes, household items, and $350 cash. He only received $1,000 from his mother monthly and didn't own a home. The former teen idol was jailed and rehabbed multiple times for drug use. Sharon Osbourne revealed that Leif Garrett is destitute and saving a space for you by living beneath a bridge. Justin Bieber, Mindy McCready, country music artist. Mindy McCready's life declined. She lost everything and committed herself at 37 after being renowned. The singer, a mother of two, went to court-ordered rehab for addiction. A month after her partner died of a gunshot to the head, she died of a self-inflicted gunshot in space. Finding out her children will live with her long-estranged mother may have pushed her over the edge. She shot her dog before killing herself, startling the cops. Through drugs, mental illness, and personal demons, she broke up her family and died. David Cassidy. David Cassidy, a boyhood star, became homeless after becoming addicted to drink and drugs. With many marriages, children, and addiction, his personal life was always complicated. After his 2010 DUI arrest, his battles became public. After being arrested for drunk driving in 2013 and 2014, the former teen idol revealed his drug and alcohol addiction. Ray Williams sleeping out. Williams captained the Knicks for over a decade and played in the 1985 NBA Finals for Boston. Sleeping in his Buick at Pompano Beach, Florida, was reported in 2010. He later said in an interview that the NBA doesn't help retired players enough and that he's one of many. He said, "When I played the game, they always talked about team loyalty." In an interview, "Where is the loyalty and compassion for suffering ex-players? We allow these high-paid guys in." He filed for bankruptcy after retiring and has lost all his off-court jobs. Despite not being addicted to alcohol, drugs, or gambling, he seemed unlucky. Colon cancer killed him in 2013. Bobby Driscoll. Bobby Driscoll received an Oscar for The Window in 1950. Only drug addiction landed him in prison. He struggled with drug addiction and poverty after incarceration. Several shows featured him, but nothing notable. He died poor and homeless from an overdose, and his body was unclaimed. "I became a beatnik and a bum." The Disney star stated in an interview, "I was homeless. My parents had my clothes, but I didn't live there. My personality had degraded during my marriage, and I was striving to recover." The Oscar winner was found dead in an abandoned building in Manhattan's East Village by two children who suspected him of residing there. He was buried in 1968 in an unmarked tomb on Hart Island in NYC. When reporters researched him in 1971, his death was revealed. Iranian Blade Barkley. Iran Barkley, a successful boxer, went from $5 million to broke in an instant. The former boxing champion slept in subway cars and the Howard Johnson Express in 2010, according to the New York Post. Barkley earned $5 million boxing in the 80s and 90s. Poor financial management and careless spending cost him all his money. He became unemployed and broke. He moved to motels and the streets. His niece took him in, and he lived in Patterson Houses, a Bronx public housing community. She couldn't take him anymore, so he slept in subway carriages before finding Howard Johnson. He eventually got help from BronxWorks and Ring 10 Boxing. He acquired shelter and recovered by instructing amateur boxers. Natasha Lyonne ruled Hollywood in the 1990s with But I'm a Cheerleader, Slums of Beverly Hills, and American Pie. Several legal issues wrecked her career. After losing her flat, she struggled with addiction and homelessness. Later, Lyonne lived on the streets. In 2001, she was jailed for DUI and evicted from her Gramercy Park apartment. Beth Israel Hospital treated her methadone addiction, heart infection, hepatitis C, and collapsed lung in 2005. She has since organized her life. She starred in Orange is the New Black and made Russian Doll from her experiences. She appeared in Poker Face and the detective procedural. Child actor Danny Bonaduce battled alcohol and drug problems as a child and became homeless as an adult. His role in The Partridge Family made him famous. He struggled to stay clean and went in and out of treatment. This made him homeless as an adult. Alcoholism and drug abuse plagued him. With hydrocephalus, Bonaduce had health concerns. He lived in his car behind Grauman's Chinese Theater in Hollywood. Bonaduce often met autograph seekers from the automobile and explained his odd experience of being homeless and famous. In an interview, he claimed, "I was famous, and nobody knew I lived behind the dumpster. I'd take photos and sign signatures." The WSYP Drive Time DJ has recovered and remarried. His medical condition and brain surgery forced him to retire from Seattle radio. Houston McTeer shows that even Olympic stars may struggle. Once the world's fastest human, he tied the record. His high school 100-yard sprint was 9.0 seconds. After leaving poverty in Florida, he came to Los Angeles to train under Muhammad Ali and Harold Smith. He made the 1978 Sports Illustrated cover and qualified for the U.S. 1980 Olympic team. The U.S. boycotted the Olympics, barring him from competing. He became a drug user and was homeless for 3 years in the 1980s. After losing his support and going into narcotics, McTeer slept on Santa Monica Beach for 3 years before an older woman reduced him. Since he ate at the Claire Foundation, a Santa Monica homeless organization, he never went hungry. McTeer married former Swedish sprinter Linda Haglund after rebuilding his life. Brett Butler, Golden Globe-nominated actress Brett Butler, was once great. However, her drug addiction drove her to a homeless shelter. The ABC series Grace Under Fire made Butler famous. She struggled with drug addiction and rehab on the show. After substance misuse, she became clean. After leaving LA, she lived on a Georgia farm with 15 pets. Soon after, her money ran out and she lived in a homeless shelter for years. She then revealed that she was trying to return to work. She wants to make a reality show about her clairvoyant powers while performing at a downtown LA comedy club. Willie Ames, famed for 8 is Enough, and Charles in Charge, went homeless after a financial collapse. He lost his job, bank account, wife, and child. In parking garages, bushes, and parks, Ames lived. He couldn't find other jobs, including wilderness guiding. He made almost $1 million before losing it all and sleeping on the streets. In an interview, he said, "I made over $1 million a year at the height of 8 is Enough." He rebuilt his life and became a financial advisor after completing the license examinations and training. He resumed performing and filming in Vancouver and Los Angeles. Former boxing champion Rocky Lockridge was famous. After winning the junior lightweight title, he retired in 1992. He battled addiction and homelessness after boxing. Crack addiction cost Lockridge his wife, children, and savings. He received a 27-month burglary sentence in 1997. He spent up to 10 years homeless in New Jersey after being released from prison. A stroke on the street caused him to slump to one side. After retirement, his drug and alcohol usage and body beatings abused booze and cocaine. He lost everything due to foolish spending. Classic healing, and let's get it on. Despite his musical talent, he suffered with addiction, finances, and family issues. Gay's personal life was turbulent, with substance misuse and bad connections with his father. Despite his struggles, his music's honest emotion made him a voice for social reform and self-reflection. Gay was shot and killed by his father after a fight on April 1st, 1984. A day before his 45th birthday. Though his tragic passing stunned the world, his soul icon legacy inspires generations. Amanda Peterson became famous as Cindy Mancini in Can't Buy Me Love with Patrick Dempsey in 1987. Her iconic 1980s teen role as the charming cheerleader made her famous and adored. Behind the scenes, Peterson struggled with career decline, struggling with personal issues that eclipsed her early success. Peterson died of an accidental drug overdose on July 3, 2015, days before her 44th birthday, leaving industry fans lamenting her brilliance and promise.